Today we got the full set configuration and the steering wheel did just like the ice ahead of their matchup against Kansas City. There was one waiting, so there should be one person out there now. Yeah, I can. If you are listening, if you could just text somebody you know is here and let them know if you can hear me. It'd be greatly appreciated. We tried to change it up from the way we had it yesterday. So hopefully we got the issue fixed and don't have the same problems with the audio. Which for like their starting lineup today, the Lakers are going to go with Harper at left wing, Sloan at center, Kira on the right wing, McKenna and Avery on defense. Uh, James at goalie today. Nia's gonna play goalie, and we are underway. Mhm. Avery's first to the puck on the Laker defensive zone. Right back out. McKenna's there to stop the pass towards the goal. Harper's going to move it up the left side, pass off the bridge to himself. We have space. Looks like we got a 2-on-1 for the Lakers with Kira. Trailing on the right side. Kira picks it up at the red line. tries to center. Centering attempt is broken up. Held in at the point by both local defenders, but then sickles out. Um, and a puck battle in neutral ice. Kansas City's moving it forward into their offensive zone. Nice save by Nyla there. It's the right pad. The Lakers clear the zone. Going to go off for a change here. A nice play by McKenna to keep it in the zone there on a pass from Kansas City. They do control it back behind their own net though, and they will look to advance out of their zone, moving through neutral ice. Passes it ahead, and Carey, it's a good play to break up the pass up the far side. Throws it up to Piper, who's going to skate it up through neutral ice and bump it in once he gets to the red line. Icing waved off. Now he's going to be the first to get there on the near side board. Steven with a bit of a shot for goal there. Turned away. Piper plays it towards the near side underneath. Grayson challenges the puck. A little bit of a loose puck in front of the net now. Kansas City controls. So they're going to move it up the far side. Still having trouble getting it out of their own end, and Grayson will put a shot that was deflected off of his stick and went over the net. Kansas City still trying to get out. They do. They have to clean neutral ice. Just kind of a dump in so they can make a change here. One pressuring. Look to bring it up the far side. Lakers had a little trouble getting it cleared. Shay's going to play it back now. Gets it taken away from her. Grayson work up the centering attempt, and Keegan is right there to stop the attacker. Audrey bringing it up to neutral ice now. Pokes it ahead over the blue line where it's quickly to back out to neutral ice. Keegan defending now on the near side. Is able to knock her player off the puck enough for Lily to turn it back out towards the board. But Kansas City keeps possession in the zone and bring it out to the near side point. Another good save by Nyla. And Keegan cycles it around behind her own net. Tries to clear, gets out to the point. Audrey blocks it into neutral ice, and defenders will go off to a change. They get a cover from Kansas City. We'll set up the face-off in the offensive zone. If the goalie took exception to Grayson crashing in on that one, put a blocker out. Grayson on the goalie. Looks like it was the goalie was crossing on that one. And goalie put up the stop sign. Avery steers it away at points. Harper actually right on it. Nice pass there. This one's cleared out of the zone. Too strong. It looks like it will go for icing. It'll come back to the Laker offensive zone. They'll have an offensive zone face off. Taken by Sloan. The Lakers control the face off. Harper brings it in under to the end wall. And Kansas City's going to move it out from there. Cross-ice pass goes around and takes an odd Karen. Avery gets back to collect it. They know the goal. Two Storm players there, though. One passes it out the point. Harper intercepts the pass back down towards the goal and is able to start the breakout for the Lakers. Spears bringing it up the right side. She gets past the red line. Is going to throw a shot on net. Threw away by the Kansas City goaltender into the corner, where the Lakers will look to set up an attempt now. Piper drives on net. Peeled off pretty well by the goalie there. That Grayson was in and was able to get a shot on, but goaltender had that side pretty well plugged up. Piper with a shot that went wide. Lakers around it on the near side boards here. Pass out to neutral ice is controlled by McCullough. He's going to look to steer it back forward. Pass it towards the near boards where Grayson will enter the zone with it, with Avery trailing her. Kansas City's able to chip it out, but it looks like we'll go for another icing. Different game today from these girls. It looks like they're playing a lot more aggressively on the front end. Hopefully they can keep up the pace. It kind of looked like they were playing a little bit on their heels yesterday, but looks like a better effort so far. We keep it up. So we got the Lily's going to take the face off with Adriana to the right of her, and Audrey on the left wing. Keegan shot from the point is blocked down by Adriana. Friendly fire there. There's a local straight back to fifth it on the end board. And Lily's in front to redirect it. And the city's attempt, and Faye's going to work to start the breakout by reversing it back towards the near side behind her own net. Shot by Kansas City was deflected by Lily, never made it on net. We're going to dump it back below the goal line where Faye will hope to start the breakout. He tips it ahead. Adrina's in a centering attempt. Goes cross ice. Keegan's on it on the far side. He's going to attempt to skate it out of the zone. He'll have to stick a little bit, but was able to get it out. Lily controls now. Gets the center to Adrina. Anyway, after a change, it is on it. In neutral ice. Looking to pick it up. Got it to here. He almost was able to get into the zone with it, but it's taken away and Maker's back now. Nyla with a best save that dropped down harmlessly in front of her. She covered it with the glove. Set up a defensive zone face off for the Lakers. 11:23 left in the first period. It's 0-0 still. Sloan steers the face off to the left end. Harper is on it. Makes the breakout by pitching it up the boards with a pass to herself there. Kansas City turns it around. Avery back on it at the blue line. McKenna shoots to control it on the near side, reverses to the far side along the end board, where Avery will start the breakout for the Lakers. Passes it ahead to Harper, who is able to control the puck through a falling defender. He gets it back to Sloan. Couldn't quite control it. Puck back out to neutral ice. McKenna retreats to take control of the puck in her zone and start the breakout. Throws it off the board. Kept in. Ooh, puck deflected up into her face there. Trying to work Ruby. And covered by Nyla. Kind of looked a little shaken up when that puck came up and hit her in the face. I hope she's all right. So didn't look like it got through. I think it surprised me more than anything. Face off one back by Grayson. Fair controls under the red line and looking to start the breakout. Shooting play now. A little bit affected in the neutral ice. A little bit of a scramble there while Kansas City looks to play it the other way. Never did cross the blue line. And kind of bouncing around in neutral ice here. Kansas City does enter now. Well defended by Faye at point. The goal does go on net, but gloved by Nyla. Set up another face off. 10 minutes remaining in this. So they had a stick lifted there on attempt to clear, but it did get kicked out of the zone. So Kansas City's going to have to reset. They don't have unfair controls. Looks to go cross ice to Keegan. It does get into neutral ice, and Keegan's flipping it forward. Off the red line, past the blue line, collected by Kansas City, and they start the breakout. Back to neutral ice. Grayson is there. Puts it back. Okay, pushes it forward right at the red line. No icing on that one. Icing waved off. And the Lakers in the offensive zone now, looking to regain possession of the puck. Kansas City breaks it out. Keegan intercepts at the red line. Her attempt to send it back down is deflected. Skated in by Kansas City, and errant pass to the point does trickle out of the zone, and then it looks to get back to neutral ice and bring it up. Intercepted by Keegan. He's going to move up the right side, past the red line. Got down by a third defender, and he got his stick taken away. He was able to get it centered, and Audrey put a nice backhand shot on goal. Good effort there, considering the way the defense backed up on that one. Puck circles over to the far side, and the front does hold it at the point. Feeling attempt by Kansas City must have gone between the legs of a racer. They waved off icing on that process. Clearing attempt literally was the first on it, creating it up the right end, moving towards the middle. Attempted to skate through a couple defenders and had the puck taken away. Driven up the right side by Kansas City, and a soft wrist shot on net, gloved by Nyla. Kansas City has struck back in this one. They started to get a few more attempts now, the last 5 minutes or so. We're looking at 8 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first period. Sloan wins the face-off back, and she's going to go back and retrieve it. Looking to get it cleared out. Better pass by Kansas City did go over under the stick of the intended target. Piper's on the puck now. She scoops it back into the Lakers zone and passes it up the near side boards. Played by Kansas City, neutral ice. Piper on it again. Passes back to Avery. Avery will look ahead to Sloan. He enters the zone with it in the center. Can't control it. Does turn around and try to send it towards the net. Got a traffic there. We got a 2-on-1 for the Storm now. Harper, Avery did a good job picking up the puck, and Harper with a great back check to nullify a scoring opportunity. With that, Nyla's glove side was saved. They set up a defensive zone face-off for the Lakers. This one's going to be taken by Grayson. Piper to her right, and see that's straight to her left. Piper and Molly are pressing the puck. Pass ahead to neutral. Grayson is the first one there, but they did turn it over. They're on blue line. Now control is lost by the Storm player, and Piper's able to move it into the zone below the net. Macy's look to set up here. Gets possession back and set something up in the offensive zone. Pass is not played well. Even tried to push it up the near side boards. Right into one of the Storm players. And you're going to make the zone. The clear is cut off. They're getting it up to neutral ice now. Storm from the far side, working towards the near side. She does clear the blue line, but it's like all 5 defenders were waiting there, and Kansas City takes control in their defensive end. Held in its point by Grayson. She clears it off under the goal line. Breakout pass, step pass from Kansas City there. Found a defender. Good back check by Keegan to test for that and to take away a good scoring opportunity. Unable to clear the zone there, so they will work it around the near side here. Holding up the point, pass the back in. Shot thrown wide. It's like two and between two and Audrey there. He's going to take it and get timing up on the boards, and Kansas City comes away with it center and pass. Stop. Now he's in a good position to stop that one. He loves it to set up the face off. Really to take this face off. One back by Kansas City, but Audrey is the first one there, attempting to get it out the zone. Kind of on the puck now, in the far side corner. And they both go down. Really grab control of that centering attempt. She's going to skate it through neutral ice up the far side. He's got Gina and Audrey moving with her. We were talking about the point in the center where it's turned over. Avery back checking. Try to take away the center angle to get the stick on it. It's like goal was made, but it looks like the goalie might have got stick out into the feet there. Tripping or interference will be the call on Nyla. Avery's going to go to the penalty box for that one. I did not see a motion from the official. He did tell the box what the call was, but I didn't get one. Coach Finelli's asking for an explanation. He gets it, and we're ready to resume play with the Lakers on the penalty kill. Kansas City controls the face-off, moves it back to point. Pass it B to D. Grayson with the deflection sends that shot wide of the net. Kansas City controls below the net though, and get to work in their offensive zone. Pass back out to the point. Locked in. That's back below. Looks like they're trying to see someone in front of the ice there. High shot, gloved by Nyla. Not sure if that one would have gone over the net or not, but he would control what was set up an offensive zone or a defensive zone face off for the Lakers with a minute and a half left in the penalty kill. Grayson will take the face off, even to her left, Sloan and Lily to her right. Played B to B by Kansas City. Grayson with a great job intercepting a little kind of skip pass that they tried to get there, but unable to clear. Stevens gonna act like he's gonna give pursuit. He's gonna hold off and get back to his side in this penalty kill formation. Takes a slap shot trying to play it around the boards, but it is corrected by Kansas City and moves back down towards the red line. Back underneath the net now, looking for that center attempt, broken up there by Lily to stop it from getting to the point there. Shot went wide. Kansas City's trying to play it. Lakers are 40 seconds away from playing this penalty. Nice save there by Nyla, keeping the tackle for Kansas City. Was able to get her stick on it, but deflected. Good play by Sloan there to break up that attempt, and looks like the Lakers will get a chance to break out here, at least out of the zone momentarily. Even Kansas City's going to change. Still haven't brought it back in the ice, in the zone anyway. 57 straight in. We're going to get another penalty now. Just as the penalty is played, we get a whistle for a hook. And that is going to be on. Looks like they got Grayson. They're hooking. Didn't see it. Looks like there was a 2-on-1 battle there. But Lakers will get another opportunity. That penalty kill here. The penalty, the flipping penalty was just negated. So now they're going to work on defense again. It's done a good job breaking up that attempt there. The puck trickles out of the zone. Kansas City's going to have to clear. Pass ice. Molly was able to intercept and deflect back towards center ice, but wasn't able to get control of it. And it's kind of defense now. Nice shove by Molly to get that one out, and Sheila blocked the shot and was able to send it down to neutral ice for the Lakers. Kansas City back on the attack now. They've gained the zone. Not by a couple of Laker defenders. Molly working hard to keep them from gaining good control of the puck. At the point, finally they do, but McKenna breaks it up and sends it the length of the ice. No icing. They on the penalty kill. Almost got that one on net anyway. Kansas City's going to bring it up the far side. Couple deflections on the passing of the stretch pass attempt. McKenna now looking to get it cleared out again. He does get it past the first wave of foreign players, but he's collected at the point and sent on net. Stephen reported by Nyla. Harper will send it the length of the ice. Give the Lakers a little bit of breathing room. 40 seconds left on this second consecutive penalty kill for the Lakers. Kansas City is moving it up through neutral ice now. Back on the attack with Lily and Avery waiting. Centering attempt. They did get a nice one-timer off there, but now is ready for it. And was able to freeze that puck to set up a defensive zone face off with 24 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. Minute and 44 seconds remaining in the first period. 0-0. Still, neither team has been able to score. Lakers haven't had much luck in the offensive zone as of late, but they've spent almost the last 4 minutes on penalty kill. So once they get back to even strength, they can put the ice back in their favor and get some offensive opportunities. At least take this tie into the intermission and try to regroup in the second period. Grayson is out of the box now, back to full strength. Shot from the point is frozen by Nyla. And we'll do another face-off in the defensive zone. Watertown changes, get some fresh legs out there. And with a minute and 15 remaining in the first, I'm going to give it one more go to try to break this 0-0 tie. Kansas City controls the face-off back in their zone. Paid off the glass, step back. Passing around a little triangle on the near side board here. First speed on the far side. Comes out of the zone, turned back in offside, so it didn't seem to be clear. Back out to neutral and then bumped into the Lakers zone. 45 seconds remaining, and Keegan takes it. Going to try to pick up the boards on the far side there. Piper did get to it, but was unable to get it cleared. Now after it went off the skates, he does tip it out smooth for ice. It is collected by Kansas City, and then it's going to look to turn it back up again. Shots into the zone from the far side boards there. Lakers good control. The bouncing test did just simple, and now he's stick, but was able to get outside the zone. So going to put Kansas City back on the defensive. Egan moving the far side, passes ahead. Pass Piper, corrected and neutralized by Kansas City, and sent back in the corner. About 10 seconds remaining, a fade jumps on it. Comes it to the far side around the board. It is held in. Cleared away by Nyla. One, and that'll take us to the end of the period. 0-0 tie after one. All right, 17 minutes back on the clock, and here we go. Pulled out, Stevens attempts to clear, did not get out. Now if he does move out to neutral ice, Kansas City's going to reverse ice and come in on the near side, their right side now. Even if a good defensive play there, but still controlled by Kansas City below the net. Cleared out by Kira, Harper in pursuit. Kansas City retreats to regroup, entered past, controlled by State. He's going to turn it forward and go softly up the length of the ice. We're going to wave off icing on this one. And Kansas City's going to collect in their own zone and let's start the breakout. And skating it out through neutral ice now. And looks like State is Keegan on the far side there in a battle to get control of that puck. Move it up the near side now with Piper and Sloan. Piper's going to pass it back to Shay. Lose control. Now he's going to knock it over to the corner where Keegan collects. Looks to work with Pierre to get it off the neutral ice. For Duke, Kansas City's pass to the near side. Didn't connect with anyone, but they were the first to get to it. They're going to send it in for an icing. Sent that one in from the opposite side of the red line into the corner. No one there to collect it. And moving the Lakers offensive zone, they'll look to get some fresh leaders out there and get a scoring opportunity here. Grace in the center with Piper and Molly, McKenna and Avery at defense. Kansas City quick to get that one off the zone, and they're moving it up. Looks like they're going to have an offside there. Thought there might be a penalty coming, but based on collection, is going to skate through neutral ice. Piper's going to the bench there. He's replaced by Odd, who looks like he was shaken up on that play. He's going to get some attention. Hopefully gets back in here. Got a 3-on-1 now, coming back the other way. I'd be back stepping to try to negate the advantage. Centering pass was not found by anyone. That was a great move there. And went with the skater and sit on the doorstep, but nobody home to catch it. So delayed offside for Kansas City. They're unable to attack that puck, and Watertown skates it out, and the front of passes ahead to Graceland. They get it in the offensive zone, or it's going back to neutral ice almost immediately by Kansas City. Avery's going to skate off and let's move it forward, where Audrey takes possession on the side, pass it ahead to Graceland. Unable to control the pass, and it does go back to Kansas City defender. Avery's going to reverse ice now, back into a changing line. Kansas City controls the puck on the far side, skates it towards the center, where they're met by a trio of Lakers. He takes the puck, and Grayson's going to fix the issue. Felix couldn't quite hold on to skate on the blue line there, and Grayson did come in offside. So we'll set up a face-off outside the zone here with fresh legs for the Lakers. It'll be the Sloan Harper Steel line with Keegan and Faye playing defense. One back to Keegan to Faye. Faye moves it up to Harper. Harper with the backhand that does get on net in the zone. Lakers look to set up now. Sloan wins the battle in the corner. Harper back out to collect the puck as the Kansas City attempts to move it up to the boards and get it out to neutral ice where Steele is going to challenge. Both local defenders skating backwards to collect that one. Keegan is going to move it up the boards, get it outside, past the Kansas City defender. Where Harper is going to pounce on it, make a move, and send one just high of the net. It was a good opportunity for the Lakers. We need a few more of those. Oh, it looks like Sloan is playing the puck. It did catch her, caught her stick, caught a stick in the skates, and that will send Watertown to the power play with a tripping call with 13:31 remaining in the second period. Trip on Kansas City, number 63, it looks like. The Lakers with their first power play attempt of the game. We'll see how it goes for them now. Skating back to the net here. She had tried back to try to get the extra attacker with the delayed penalty, but let's go back to the goal about the same time that she got to the bench. The Smith is doing some accounting, and now it looks like they're ready to go. Throwing set to take the face off. Kansas City wins it back. Just to get it out of his zone, but Keegan's there to hold it at the point. So send it towards the net where Sloan tried to deflect it on, but it goes below the net here. Harper and Molly on it. Harper comes away with it. And the Kansas City's looking to bring it up the far side, though. McKenna does hold it, but is outside of the zone, so we have to wait for the Lakers to clear. Harper does come to collect it, moves it back into the Lakers zone, and sends it back into the zone off the board. But Triple grabbed by Kansas City, and now they're moving into the offensive zone, short-handed. They're going to look to get back on sides and send it low, trying to pull off this penalty that has a minute and 15 seconds remaining. McKenna goes to Keegan under the line. Keegan's going to play it up to Molly. Molly working it up the near side board too, has it taken away and spent and neutralized, but Sloan, Sticklift gets it back, and McKenna pounced on the loose, or not McKenna, Harper pounced on the loose puck, gets the shot off that went wide. McKenna holds it in at point. The defender lost his stick. She's going to turn around to get picked that up. Sloan fires one just off the net. Keegan at the point is going to skate it in. Essentially a 5-on-3 for the Lakers now is where Kansas City skater who lost his stick skated off to a change instead. But the shot by Keegan was gloved by the defender. The goalie, defending goalie, and set up an offensive zone face-off for the Lakers with 43 seconds remaining on the power play. 12-13 left in the second period. Jason's going to take this face off with Aubrey to her right and here to her left. Phil and Lily playing defense now. Take Watertown's going with a quarterback with and Phil Williams out there with one defender for the power play. Now he's going to go out of her net to play this one up the side. Nice breakout pass and a little bit of a hiccup with the puck and threw off the counting here for an offside. 27 seconds remaining on the power play. Haven't seen Piper out there yet again. Looks like Audrey's taking her place on the ring on this one. We'll see her, so hopefully we can get an indication that she's going to be okay. Crappy face off here. Kia did control it and brought it in. Had a stick knocked out of her hand. On that attempt, puck goes down the length of the ice. He's retreating back to retrieve an air, and oh no, turned over, unable to get right on the tape of the Storm player. However, she didn't get a clean shot off, and I know they able to control that one. Penalty does expire. We're back to even strength, and Kansas City is in the offensive zone. Pass attempt there, a little miscommunication on Kansas City's side. They skate up to the near side and throw it in below the net where there's a good save to do the first one on it. Really right there with her though. Really the first one out there. Skated in through center ice. Really back on the puck over in the far corner. Like a centering attempt or a pass to the point by Kansas City gets played all the way down. The goalie comes out to play it as they move it back up through center ice. Had a opportunity with the player at center there to get a good scoring chance, but was unable to control the puck. Back to the point for Kansas City, deflected by Audrey, got straight up, controlled by Kansas City, and then shot on net. Another great save by Nyla. Lakers are going to change it up from Audrina and McKenna on. Gray and Audrey are going to go off. Sloan to take the face off. Avery and McKenna on defense. Audrina, Harper, and Sloan the forwards. Harper tries to play it off the boards past the point, but it is a knockdown there, but still got up to neutralize. Kansas City retakes the zone. Going to the right, and deflected, never got on net. McKenna with the stick there. To steal it away. We're just having trouble getting it out of the zone here. Kansas City's going to repeat after another wide shot. Harper's going to take this one though, and around down in front of the net now, and Nyla does pounce on it as it drifted into her crease, so that'll set up a defensive zone face off for the Lakers. Wilson wins the face off back to Lily. Little ping-ponging around. Lily and Moses can scrum with the puck on 2 neutralize and giving it up the far side. He's met there by a defender and bends it down underneath the red line where Wilson tried to collect it. Played up the near side. McKenna's there to hold the zone for the Lakers. Wilson working on establishing possession of it, tried to center and pass, but nobody's home there, and it was turned over. And it kind of skates back, and Avery Ripper looks like Kansas City came in offside. Face off's going to come outside the Lakers zone. Grayson's going to take it. Molly on her right, Lily on her left. Ray and Keegan, the defenders now. Throw back to Shea. He's going to think about taking around the neck, and he's going to reverse on the near side. Stopped from exiting the zone, but not really controlled. Kind of bounced around and ends up back on goal. Now with another save. He's done a great job today. Had a lot of pretty standard saves. If he's doing a lot of special ones too. Nothing out of good scoring opportunities. City. Steelers have to take the face off with Kira and Harper out there. Defenders are still keeping and Spray. That one played up the near side. Long side to tip it ahead for Harper, but it was in the skate of a Kansas City player. They take it back and get another shot on goal. Blocker saved by Nyla. Steered to the corner. They'll look to get a breakout going. Back below the net. Jones, it looks like he's going to get on it now and had a chance to get it up for Harper, making the break, but unable to. Harper and Kira now, going to have to come outside the zone, so Kira will have to get back on side. Oh, pass. B2B pass was intercepted there. Lakers were able to get back on it. Shea recovered nicely on that one, looking it up the near side. Harper's on it now. She's skating it with herself. She's going to enter the zone against two defenders. It's here on her right and Sloan on her left. Here with a nice shot on goal there. As Sloan and Harper went after exchange. That's going to set a breakout for Kansas City. But Grayson coming right off the bench with fresh legs is able to get back there and break up that scoring opportunity. And the Lakers look to turn the ice. Even with a pass ahead, trying to find Grayson, but left it a little ahead of her. I'm going to go for an icing. Defensive zone face off for the Lakers. Jason plays it back to McKenna. McKenna's going to think about going below the goal. Reverse field and then reverse back again. Go B to B behind the goal line. Avery moves it ahead, but it stopped at the point and played back forward by Kansas City. McKenna playing defense at point. That one sent just wide of the net. Shot up high. Always going to be the first one on this one that gets cut off and hopefully shooting it tough. So stays in the zone now with an after trade, and then a nice grab trade. She's able to play in front of herself and cover up to set up another defensive zone face off for the Lakers. 7-12 remaining in the second period here. 0-0 tie. The Lakers have had their opportunities, but it's mostly been Kansas City on the offensive this period. Controlled off the face-off, back out the point. Center in the temp is working up really nicely by Molly there. Grayson moves it ahead, tries to find Lily at center ice, but it's pulled back to Grayson, who puts it into the offensive zone. Where the Lakers are looking to set up and stop the Kansas City advance. Trying to move up the far side. Lily was there to stop it. Now we do have a breakout. Kind of backpedaling against the defender. Nice flick there to shoot it to the side. And Kansas City was proud to bring it back in, but was taken away by Lily and played out to the corner. She's going to be the first down it again. Would pass herself off the boards there in the offensive zone. Played kept in by McKenna, but they had a Kansas City player on it first. Passed side to side ball. Good play by Keegan to make the attacker make a decision. Pass it over to the left side, and the shot is saved by Nyla. And so they're just telling each other good job down there. Sloan up to take the face off here. Curran Cuban for that for defense here, and Harper, the other forward, controlled by Kansas City, covered by Nyla, and will do the face off again. Kansas City looked like they controlled the face-off, but Watertown was in there. Harper moved in to get him. He just threw a penalty, so that will put Watertown on the power play again. It looks like interference to call against Harper in the offensive zone. We send like 96 is going to go to the box this time for Kansas City. Interference to call. Put the Lakers on another power play here. Hopefully they can get something going. Watertown's trying to start off their defensive pair, and it looks like it's going to be Keegan and McKenna. Forwards will be Harper, Sloan, and Kira. They're counting by the officials to get another Kansas City player out there. They only have 3 skaters, so they're set, and Watertown controls in their offensive zone. Harper below the line, pick it up, he's met by a defender there, and smothering all over her. Attempts to get out to the point was stopped by the official skate. Harper's going to skate it out and then pass it off to McKenna, who's going to skate in. Get a shot off on goal, but go to the corner now, where Kansas City's going to break it out. McKenna back, Catalina is going to bring it up to 5-5-2, neutralize. Harper in pursuit as well. McKenna's going to take this one below her goal and look to start the breakout. We'll have neutralized. Office came back. Kind of trying to get going here. McKenna now on the far side is going to skate it forward to neutralized. Look to bring it into the center. Sloan is unable to get out of the zone there. Another timing issue there for the Lakers. With a minute 3 left in the power play, we'll have a face-off outside the Kansas City zone and offsides. A lot of times we'll change it up. So Graceland, Audrey, and Molly. That will be the forward. Lily and Faye on defense. Graceland wins the face-off over to Molly, who took it back up top. That is Piper out there. Good to see her back on the ice after she went off while shaking up earlier. Really controls backing the Lakers zone from the pass ahead, but just got past Audrey. Did make it into the zone with Kansas City controls and tries to send it back. 33 seconds left on the power play. Really will look to advance. Piper played it to center where it was collected by Grace and full skated in on the far side. She's met by a defender. Piper now passes to Lily at center. Too hot for a little off her stick. She dumped down and Molly would jump on it. Try to send it around behind the net. If we official again, and they do send it high off the glass. It's clear in the 10th with 15 seconds remaining on the power play. It looks like the Lakers will get one more breakout if they'll be able to hold the offensive zone. Get something set up here with 4 minutes remaining in the second period. Played off the boards and the Lakers controlled by the Bears for Kansas City. Jason fighting to get possession of it there. And Audrey overskates it. Kansas City clears it out in the front of the streets to collect it for the Lakers. He's going to turn and toss to Piper, where we have a Kansas City skater who just come off the bench on the turns, landed right at first sheet. She loses an edge going around. Back at the center ice, Audrey picks it out. Grayson skating with a full head of steam, picks up the puck on the far side. It loses it as she hits the blue line, and now we've got a breakout back the other way. And the center is back checking. Attempt to neutralize Yost. He does take away enough of the angle where the stop from Nyla was covered up pretty easily. We have a Kansas City skater use an edge and slide into the one boards there. Hopefully she's okay. If she's going to skate off to the bench. Feels to be nowhere to there. 3 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the second period. Defensive zone first off for the Lakers. Sloan set to take it. And he Lakers control. It looked like it left the zone, but no offsides call from the officials. It was a close play. Minnesota controls under the net. Loses control, and now great good work by her to keep that shot jump down. I think play it off the board. Go ahead. Tried to get Harper with that one. Was a little hot, and that one will come back to icing. 3 minutes, 2 seconds remaining. Miller set to take the face off here. Um, Now he throws it out of the zone. No, it's not out of the zone. Offside rolled off by the official. Keegan does skip it out of the zone on the far side, though. Collected by Kansas City and turned back around. They're going to try to make their way up neutral ice. The Lakers playing back. Really ties up the stick of the skater bringing it in, and Keegan is able to deflect it back out to her. He's going to move it up ice. Has Audrey on her left and Adrena on her right. His shot attempt goes wide, right of the net. He's going to battle for it below the red line. Audrey comes in to assist. Now, Kansas City tries to start the breakout up the far side. Keegan cuts off the pursuit there. Another reverse course to the near side, and then he's going to have to skate back on this one here. Good trailing opportunity for Kansas City, but sent wide there. He's really got enough of the defense there to throw off the timing on that one. Sure he's going to play it back B to B under the net to Keegan. Keegan's going to look to push it ahead to Adria. Adria's going to look to clear the zone with it now. She does skip it ahead. Adria will skate off of it. Another official skate. Looking like Taylor out there, picking the puck around. Kansas City collects. They're moving it up the near side now. Two neutral ice. Third counter back to the near side. Met by two defenders, and can be played down below the line. Piper is Sloan. Sloan tried to send it to Grace from there, but that pass went through her. Piper does come away with it. After cut that and end up the point. Near side now, Piper turns it ahead, operates and into the offensive zone, and now he will be the first one in for the Lakers. Try to keep the zone. But break out the neutral ice on the far side. Keegan is there to steer it back to the Lakers, and Kansas City reverses ice and then tries a centering pass to retake the zone. Keegan is there defending. Good play by Keegan to get position on that one and take the puck away. Still facing it now down below the net. Centering attempt is quick by Grayson. She went skate to stick. He's gonna skate under her own net and try to bring it up the near side here. He did look like Piper there, so that one will not go for icing. The Lakers can keep the zone here. Clearing attempt is kept in by Grayson on the near side. Second attempt, Gray was there to get it and send it back below the line. 30 seconds remaining in the period. Lakers looking for that opportunity. Another shot out to the point. Gray was there to keep it in. Piper in there now trying to get it. And that one deflected into neutral ice. McKenna and Gray back pedaling. Two defenders for one Kansas City skater who brings it in on a backhand. Tries to get it on net, but McKenna was there to deflect it out to the front of the net. Harper now is going to send it down, and the puck would have been iced had the period not expired. 0-0 after two. All right, we're back with 17 minutes on the clock, starting the third frame here. Um, we puck off the face off, eventually controlled by Kansas City. They're going to skate it into their own zone. It was met by trio defenders and steered away by Nyla, and it puck it drifted to her. Kansas City is playing it below the net now. Attempt to get a centering pass. We get centering pass off, but Lily's there to deflect that one out of that net. And Avery's going to look to bring it up. She passes ahead to Abby and moves to ice. Kansas City, we've got a loose puck there. Kind of game. It looks like Kansas City's going to take possession of it and come in offsides. Had a player fall down, and I think the one player trying to get out of her way ended up offsides for that 10-3. So we'll have a face-off outside the Lakers zone. McKenna and Avery on defense for the Lakers, and the Sloan, Harper, and Kira line for the Lakers. One of the Lakers played back to Avery. Avery's going to look to get it ahead. Does get it up to neutral ice in the area of Kira, but it's controlled by Kansas City and brought back in off of the gate of a Kansas City player. Now Harper controls and passes it ahead to Sloan. Sloan tried to pass it back to Harper, but that one almost got through from Avery at the point there, or from McKenna at the point there. One of the better looks the Lakers have had all day. It looked like somebody was there trying to deflect it too. I couldn't tell if that was true or not. It happened pretty quick. Sloan can pump the centering pass. We'll leap out of the zone here, so they'll have to clear before McKenna brings it in. If he does and sends it towards the net, deflected below the net by a Kansas City player. They don't pick it up. Harper moves it, try to keep it in the zone. They'll get out to neutral ice, goes controlled by the Lakers. Jason's going to skate it in. And Kansas City controls, pass off the board, but controlled by Avery. He's going to skate it ahead into the zone. Puts on the brakes, change directions, and did get a clean shot off. Second, a rebound attempt by Piper over there. It was a good look for the Lakers. Never did get on net, doesn't look like so. The kind of back pedaling now. For the Kansas City advance, centering pass there is into three Lakers, just the Kansas City attacker. So not much happening there. Kansas City does turn it around neutral ice and they look to bring it into the zone again here. And it's kind of one-on-one with number 12, able to get around it and get a shot on net, but great defense by Nyla, and then she moves over to the other side for a pad serve. Really played a good game here today. 12 looks like a centering pass that went long. Nobody got a stick on it and kind of plays it on the far side there. Got the Piper. Piper centers to Gross when he tries to take it out, but is cut down by a Kansas City defender. Piper on the far side lost their stick. Now they do get it out of the zone. Wilson starts to break up the two spots at the red line. The Lakers are going to go for the same. Got to be careful here. Changing up the pocket with feet, not to get too many failures called. Looks like they do complete the change now. And Kansas City controls in their own zone. They start to break out up the right side. Pass attempt was ripped on. They recruit to their offensive zone prior run, skating it through neutral ice this time. Into two Laker defenders, was able to get through there and get a shot off. Good save by Nyla there. Good work by the Laker defenders too. He couldn't get much on that shot. Back to neutral ice, and Kansas City brings it in again. Audrey on the far side there. Net, back to Keegan. Keegan stand on his finger in the front, but taking another chance at it and plays it ahead to Audrey now. He does get it out of the zone, but two waiting defender for Kansas City. They're going to play it all the way back into their zone where they're tested by Sloan and Audrey. They're going to bring it up the near side now. They do enter the zone, but Keegan is back there to try to steer it back to the point. Margie's going to pursue. Kansas City dumps below the net where McKenna's going to take it reverse ice and now come back up on the far side. She's going to skate with it. The attempted pass went past Lily, and we'll go the length of the ice for an icing pass. I just want to come back into the Laker defensive rounds. 13 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the third period. I'm not sure what the overtime policy is at this tournament. So the game is tied at the end of the regulation. I've had some tournaments where they call it a tie and each team gets a point. In the pool play, I've had some where they'll do a 5-minute overtime. I've had some where they'll just go right to the shootout. So I'm not sure what this one is. That peck there was deflected on the side attempt and drifted harmlessly to the glove of my Another defensive zone face-off for the Lakers. We got the Sloan, Harper, and Kira line out there with Keegan and Shea. Harper controls the puck. He does pass ahead um, to Kira. Icing waved off. Kansas City was supposed to get there, but Kira was not far behind her. The clearing attempt for Kansas City, though, does make all the way down to the Lakers zone where Keegan's in a battle for the puck. He puts it back to Kira along the board. It is played down along under the red line um, by the Storm. Shot attempt there in front went off the skate of Shea. Harper looks to play it up. He finds Kira on the near side board. Kira moves it ahead to Sloan. He skips it in past center ice, and they will try to get it set up here with defenders changing behind them. It looks like a couple of changing behind them. Changing the go after a change now. Shea is going to play it back to McKenna. McKenna back to Shea. Shay's going to look to move it ahead. He's got Mauer on the right side. He has Piper with her as well. Piper's going to bring it in on the near side boards and let it float down below the line. There from there, side there to control the puck. Avery came up at the point to try to stop that advance, but the puck did get past her. Piper's back skating now, trying to control it. Good play in the front there, but Nyla played it perfectly on the pads there. Played it well. Lakers skip it ahead. It looks like almost looked like a hold there. Piper was not able to advance to probably get that puck after the defender fell down and appeared to take her with it. But nevertheless, the Lakers do control in their defensive zone. McKenna to Grayson. Grayson's going to skate it ahead. He's always going to let her go. They're going to keep giving her space. She's going to take it. He does cross the blue line and send one towards the net where it's stopped by a Kansas City defender. Looks like Kansas City's going to skate two neutral ice now. McKenna was back and ready for that one, though, and that shot will go off of the stick and pad of Nyla. McKenna attempts to play it out now. Got back in at point. That was deflected in front of the net. Kansas City's on it. That one deflected too. Avery looked to bat it out of the air, but wasn't able to. And that one threw off the center ice. The Lakers are going to change. Kansas City was really trouble controlling the puck on the near side here. They retreat into their own zone. That one's going to have to as well. Audrey got caught in the zone. Adriana tried to bring it in, but Audrey didn't have enough time to get out there. So it's going to be a delayed offsides, but Shannon will come back out of the zone for a face off. Lily at center, Audrey left wing, Adriana right wing with Keegan and Shea, the defenders. This one is played back to Shea. Shea goes B to B to Keegan. Keegan's going to skate it in on the near side. And we'll get a shot off. It was deflected, and we'll get harmlessly onto net where the goaltender will glove it or to set up an offensive zone face-off for the Lakers. 10 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. The Lakers are going to change their offensive line. They're going back to Sloan, Harper, and Kira. Defense is going to stay the same. It's still Keegan right there. Sloan set to take the face-off in the offensive zone for the Lakers. One by Kansas City, played back to the corner, picked up along the boards. But held in by the Lakers. Sloan was there. Hero with another shot on net. He's found the net a couple times today. Just hasn't been able to break through, as no one has in this game. Still at a 0-0 tie with just under 10 minutes remaining now. Look to do it again here in the offensive zone. One by Kansas City again, but intercepted by Hero and another shot on net there. Good point for her. She does settle in the front door. Harper cracked the net. Looks like she got upended. No penalty. Looks like the centering and rebound attempt. Harper had to come in. The goaltender had to seal that side off. Another offensive zone face off for the Lakers. Getting to put this pressure on in the third period. And Coach Vanelli did say before the game that if they're able to keep it close into the third period, we got a chance to win it. And they've done just that. It's been really good defensive play by the Lakers here today. Running pass, just wide by Kansas City. Probably one of their better attempts for the day, but it's turned back out to neutral ice, so Harper pursues. He's been able to control it there. And Kansas City will look to enter the zone. Play broken up by Sloan. She's going to bring it out to center ice with Harper. Right click the zone. With Kira on her right. Sloan's going to go off to a train, Parker below the net now. Tries to center it. Looks like he's gotten taken down there as well. Okay. Um, Shot attempt from the blue line was blocked by Keegan on that one. Grayson's going to turn it around and try to set it up. Parker with the board pass to herself is going to try to go across that path. He needed a change. If he tried to pass it across the board, it wasn't accepted. And now the Kansas City's bringing it back in. But Grayson controls now. He's going to skate through center ice as the rest of that line goes off for a change. Grayson brings it up the left side. Puts a shot on the corner of the net, gloved by Kansas City's goaltender with 8:37 remaining in the third. We'll have an offensive zone face off. Lakers going with Molly, Graceland, and Piper, the forwards, and McKenna and Avery at defense. Graceland's up to take the face off. Kansas City wins it back to the corner. They're going to skate it below their goal. Try to reverse out to the near side here. Stop. Reverses ice back to the far side. Fucking waiting for somebody to get there to it. Looks like Piper turned and tried to put one on that there, kind of sharp angle. And ended up going across to the near side. Kansas City controls, gets it out to neutral ice. So they were every time they break out. Avery with good pressure on the puck, and McKenna waiting behind to collect the puck and turn the ice for the Lakers. He's going to skate ahead while they're ready. Nice move inside the zone as he passed it ahead. This one is going to go into the Lakers zone, collected by Kansas City, no icing. And they're going to look to skate it out from the far side, coming back towards the center. Good job by Gerson there to keep that one inside the zone. He caught it right out the blue line. And that shot attempt, another sharp angle shot attempt that went wide. Avery's going to have to hustle to get back on this one. He does take a good angle and gets there, but Kansas City player does regroup and is able to get a shot that did just go wide. Avery's going to get this puck now and he's going to try to get it out, but controlled at the point by Kansas City. They're going to look to skate it in. McKenna on it now. He's going to look to turn it. Nope, he's going to reverse course and go under her own goal. Now she tries the centering pass. It was tapped by Grayson, but that was still in the Lakers zone. Aaron's not going to get to the red line for icing roll. Icing waved off as the Lakers get a change behind. Controlled by Kansas City though, brought up the far side. Steered away by Ray there with the centering pass. Held in the zone. Couple of Kansas City attackers in the zone already for it. So they kind of plays it back to Lily. Lily in a battle on the boards, on the unboards there with McKenna in to assist. We do get it out, but Kansas City controls at the point, throws on through traffic. It's actually hit her own player. Got down as got wide of the net. Lily now under the eyes, passing to McKenna. McKenna, with the attempt up to Audrey, didn't get much on it. Deflected shot goes wide of the goal. McKenna now controls. Another attempt for her to clear the zone. This one's going to get outside the zone. That one will get listened to an icing. With the fourth play, the official was all over it, though. It did get out by about 6 inches. 6 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the third period. Still a 0-0 tie. Neither team able to break through. Yet on these goaltenders. Sam Baker here out there, as well as Jay and Steven. Looks like the Lakers brings all 5 skaters there. Harper skated up the far side, took a shot that went wide of the net. The near side now, the action is played along the boards here. Keeler and Sloan trying to keep that puck in the zone. It does come out to neutral ice where Steven is unable to get it now. Great as well. Great save by Nyla there. Defender got a step on Stray, was able to put a backhander on it. So good job by the Lacer defense to force the issue, and then a great save. Great save by Nyla there when she got past and got um, for the backhand opportunity. Looks like we've got a timeout on the ice now. I'm not sure what coach called it. Looks like Kansas City. Kansas City timeout. With 5 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the third period, Kansas City has used their timeout. And Looks like they're going to take the face off to the near side dot over here in the Lakers defensive zone. So that would be Nyla's blocker side. Um, Line for the Lakers is going to be playing at center with Kira and Harper. Defense is going to be Philly and Cleveland. Set to take the face off after the timeout. I don't know if Kansas City's supposed to pass something, they wanted to grab a play or something, but they take no timeout and they control the puck. Nice tie up by Kira there to loosen the puck up to Sloan, so to bring it 2 neutral ice, and the Lakers take control in their zone. Kira with a shot that goes wide. Harper tried to put it back in. Stay holds the zone for the Lakers, and Sloan is on it with Kira. Sloan's going to send one towards the net. Blocked but not frozen by the goaltender. Harper's on it below the net now. He's going to turn and fire a little higher. Also not controlled yet. Kira takes control under the net. Centering pass. Wrap around the camp. Lakers with a couple good looks there, but we're coming away empty-handed. And now Kansas City skating hard the other way. Harper doing a good job to back check and help out Steven and Trey, who were ready to defend that advance. Nice sequence by the Lakers getting back there. Kansas City sends it below the net where it bounces off the end boards, and Steven throws it ahead to Kira. Kira's all alone going towards the goal. He'll put one on net. Another shot for her. Gloved by the Kansas City goalie. But great game by Kira there. That's a lot of shots on goal. He really had a nose in the offensive end of the ice. He's had a nose for the goal today. Lakers change it up. They have Grossman taking the face off now with Piper and Lilly. Defenders also doing it's Avery and McKenna out there for the defenders. And came out. The Lakers are going to have to change on the delayed off or clear in the delayed offsides there. Kansas City controls and they look to advance. Grossman pass, Avery's going to clear it out of the zone. Pass Grossman now the neutralized pass to center to Lilly. Lily's going to take a snap that goes wide of the net. With Piper straddling the line. Grossman was the first to get there. We got a whistle on the near side boards here. Grayson got tied up with a Kansas City player. They both went down. One lost the stick. I think that they just wanted to make sure that nobody was injured. So looks like everybody's okay, and we're going to take a face off outside the Lakers zone. Well, I think the official's telling her now, and since they stopped play for her going down, she's going to have to come off the ice. They're going to have to replace her with another skater. Kansas City gets a new skater on, and we are ready for the puck drop. Grayson taking it again with Piper to her left and Luke to her right. The puck is thrown back to McKenna. Avery also out on the ice for the Lakers. Piper controls on the far side and bench it below the line. Picked up on the inboard by Grayson, who offers it to Lilly. He gets sandwiched against the near side boards in the corner there. Piper's in to help, but Kansas City and Lakers from the front. McKenna back skating here now. Looks like that looks like that one was played with a high stick, so they're going to bring it back to the offensive zone. Wait. Is it a roughing call? Looks like we had a roughing call on Lilly for that one there. So Lily's going to go to the box. The Lakers are going to have to fill off a 2-minute penalty with 3 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the third period. Kansas City already used their timeout, so they can't drop the play for this power play. But, the Lakers are going to have to defend here to hopefully keep this one scoreless, give themselves a chance to get a goal in the remaining once the penalty expires. That went right by Kansas City there. Avery's on it in the corner. He gets sandwiched by a defender who goes it below the line, tries to center. Gets caught up in a lot of feet, a lot of traffic there. Now the pokes at it a couple times, and McKenna's going to control and send it off the boards the length of the ice. The goalie comes out to play it, but Harper is there. Tricky position for the goalie, and the defender actually made a great throw, helping the goaltender out there. Harper's shot on net was stopped by The defender coming back to help the goalie out there. McKenna again sends it the length of the ice below the net. Kansas City collection are going to fight their breakout on the power play with 1:07 remaining. The safety zone looked like it was supposed to be an offside goal again, but no call from the officials. Great. Jones turns, tries to send it out, but it's controlled at the point by Kansas City. Not much on that pass there, and Grayson does tip it ahead into the offensive zone for the Lakers. Super Cruise, while the rest of the Lakers stay back, anticipating Kansas City coming back. McKenna now playing the puck. Kansas City is going to skate it below the ice with eight back coming towards the goal. Deflected shot went over the net. Kansas City first to get there again. He's back out the point. Flat shot right into the chest of Nyla, who freezes it to set up a face-off in the defensive zone for the Lakers with 26 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in this scoreless game, third period. Lakers have Graceland and they're going to go with Graceland and Piper, along with Avery and McKenna out there. Face off one to the near side by Kansas City. They control at point. Graceland tried to block that shot on its way in. Nyla got the pad on it and was able to freeze the rebound attempt. 18 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Another defensive zone face off to Nyla's blocker side. That one was won by Grayson, and Avery played it back out to the point. The centering attempt was blocked by Grayson, and Kansas City has to clear the zone before they come back in. Long range shot, and did get on goal, but was easily saved by Nyla. 4 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. They're standing up in the box, he's ready to get out. Face off will come on the other side. McKenna's tried to snap it out of the zone, but it was controlled at the point, and now his penalty has expired. Nyla will glove it and set up a full strength face off for the Lakers in their own defensive zone. Looks like the Lakers are going to change all the skaters. They're going back to the Sloan, Harper, Kira line with Phil and Keegan on defense. Kansas City wins the face-off back. Harper going out to block that attempt. Did go off the side of the net. Centering attempt, two attempts, saved by Nyla, and pushed ahead by Kira. Now he gets it over to Harper. Harper all alone, the one defender to beat, but defender steers it to the near side boards and is going to pick it up the ice. Sloan will chase it back below the net and work on the breakout. Our side board, Harper picks it up and passes it back out to Kira. We get the skip on it. That's center ice. And then Sloan picks it up again as coming back. Another ice hits another skip hits the ice. Kansas City controls underlane at 50 seconds remaining in the third period here. And a kick past McKenna on the far side there. Nice job by Sloan to be back and break up that push. And now we've got McKenna bringing it in on the near side. Steve joins the zone clearly. Skates it down. Gets a sharp angle shot on the goaltender that bounced out in front, but was controlled by Kansas City. Harper skating back now, playing defense. Keegan tried to cut off that angle, make the defender take a sharp angle shot, which he did. Nyla was able to glove it down and cover it to set up a defensive zone face-off for the Lakers with 24 seconds remaining. They are going to change it up, get Avery and McKenna out there on defense. Grayson and the dot with Piper and Lily. Grayson easily wins it back to McKenna. McKenna picks it up to Lily, who is in a race for it, going into the Lakers zone. Controlled by Kansas City, though, and brought back out to neutralize. No reach, and the pass was not on target, though, and McKenna was able to clear that one out of the zone. Controlled and neutralized by Kansas City and brought back into the zone. A little scrum going now as time expires. And now we'll find out what happens with a tie. I don't know if it ends in a tie. It kind of looks like it's going to end in a tie. The teammates are congratulating the goalies. It looks like they're getting ready to line up. So, great game. by the Lakers. They had a few opportunities, but they played a really good game. Great goaltending, great goaltending, great defense, and all around good game. Good game by Kansas City too. So it was a good one. It's going to end in a tie. The Lakers will pick up the points, and we'll be back on the NHL side here tonight. No more this Olympic ice. They're going against Cedar Rapids this evening.